So in the previous part, we created the mini project where we clamped our energy so it doesn't go beyond the maximum and the minimum value. And in this part, we are going to complete some tasks. So again, they are pretty simple, just three tasks. So the first task is going to be a simple unkillable enemy. So where the player health is decreasing, and if it goes beyond negative, then we are going to increase the or set the player's health to one, and we'll debug down log and refuse to die. And next, we are going to create a change the color of a cube when a property is active changes. Okay, property is active. Hmm. And the final one is going to be a level property that scripts can read, but only level manager can write. So again, all three of them are going to be pretty simple scripts. I'll create them in a single script. So let's go to tasks and let's create the scene for the lesson 6 tasks. And let's send the color to black. Test, reset the transform. Let's create the C# script. I'll just call it game manager, and it is going to have its own namespace, so there's not going to be any collision related to names anywhere. And I'll attach the game manager here. And let's open up the game manager in the Visual Studio. So for the first task, namespace lesson 5. Why is showing lesson 5? Lesson 6 dash task. So let's create a serialized field, private float, max health, private int, health, and inside our start, we'll create a public int, health. Get and set, and inside our start, we'll set health to equal to integer of max health, but instead of integer, let's set it here. And don't need the max health. When value is less than 0, health is going to be 1. Instead of health, we are going to call I cannot. I am invincible. And the rest is going to be similar, and we need to test it in the update. So if input dot get down H instead of H, let's call it D, then the health is going to be decreased by the amount of 10. Next, we are going to have a color change here. So let's see. So let's create a private boolean, and yeah, let's call it as invincible. No, I need to call it as active. So that's in the task. And we are going to need to change the color. So private, and it is going to be a mesh renderer. And let's just call it player color. player renderer, and we are also going to need a color for the active color and the inactive color. Let's create a public boolean and is active. Then similarly, it is going to set the color. And before that, we need to check if our player renderer is not equal to null. And similarly, we are going to create a test input here. So if input dot get key down I, then the toggle is going to be turned. And finally, we have our level manager. So when we hit level, it is going to change. So here we are just going to have public int level get, and only our this script is going to able to set it. So everyone can access it, but only the script is going to set it. And similarly, we'll create a test. So L, then the level is going to increase. And that's it for the scripts. Let's go inside Unity. Let's see where everything's working or not. So inside the test, I'll set the active to red and inactive to green, or maybe different, but doesn't matter. And we'll need to attach a mesh filter with a mesh renderer. And for the mesh filter, let's make it a cube and set it to green. And inside the start, we need to set the default value to is active. So is active. Okay, there's a naming issue. Game manager dot is active. Okay, that one is small as active. Capital is active. Game manager dot is active. Okay, by default it is going to be true, and it is using the game manager dot is active. And we attached it, and let's also attach the mesh renderer. So first, let's test the player's health. So it is going to be the unkillable player. And if we press I, and the toggle is going to activate. If I press L, the level is going to increase. To damage the player, I need to press B. Health 0, decreased health, health 1, health 1, health 1. I cannot die, I'm invincible. So that was it for the tasks.